Hey everyone, welcome to today's video, and I'm going to show you how I made an album using AI. But first, I want you to listen to this. This is one of my favorite creators. He's on Suno. His name is Ali from Suno. There's a song, it's called DNA.
Yeah. They say blood thicker than water. But what about the tears though?
I'm a hip hop fan, so this is
Dinner table like a UN meeting, tension in the air. Got more beef than Gordon Ramsay, but we still all there. Christmas photos looking perfect, Instagram deceiving, but behind them filtered smiles, some hearts still grieving. Got a brother like Kane, but I ain't trying to able out. Every argument we have feels like a bailout. Mom playing referee since 93. Between me and Pops, man, that's ancient history, like hieroglyphics. Our problems prehistoric, but that old man taught me chess. Now my moves more strategic. They say I got his temper, his pride is strong chin. Looking in the mirror like, damn, I'm turning into him. Remember breaking curfew, climbing through windows. Now I'm catching my own kid. Life's funny how it goes, full circle like a family ring, passed down generations, building bridges over trouble.
So that's Ali from Suno Emails. He's one of my favorite creators on Suno. Suno, I've done a video about it. It's an AI that can generate music based on prompts. So prompts is your description of a song. So you describe the song, the kind of song that you want, and then the AI is going to produce that song. So this is kind of like what I did more or less to come up with a song. Mine is going to be a bit hip hop vibe. I love hip hop, so that's why you'll see my album that I created is kind of a hip hop kind of vibe. So basically that's what we're going to do today. I will show you how to create a Suno account. I've already done that, but just for anyone who doesn't really know, I'm going to show you how to create a Suno account, and then after that I'm going to show you the best ways of creating a song, and then after that I'm going to show you the album that I created and how I came up with the entire thing. So let's start. So first things first, to create a Suno account, you'll go to suno.com. So just click suno.com, and then once you click on that, it's going to take you to the web page here, and then you're going to click here, and let me just sign out there a bit and then show you how to sign in. So click sign in, and then you can sign in using your Apple account, Discord, Google or Microsoft account. So I'm just going to click on Google there, and then it's going to sign me in. So this is Suno trial, that's the one that we are using today. Once I'm signed in, nice. Okay, cool. So once you're signed in, you have a couple of options. So this is a home page. You have home there, create library, explore, search. So home is obviously the home page. This is where you can see music from other creators, which is, people are really doing really good jobs with this. So yeah, so we have people with other creators. This is where you can see, get inspiration from. And then we have create, and click on create. This is where you can now describe the kind of song that you want. I will come to that in a bit. After that, we have library. Library is where you have your playlist, you have the people that you're following, you have people who follow you, you have history, and you have the songs that you've generated. This is where they're going to appear. After that, we have the explore page, and explore page is kind of like gives you the entire discography in Suno, and you can kind of like get an idea of the type of music that you want, see how people are playing around with it. And then the last bit in the homepage is where we have the search option. This is where you can search for songs, you can search for playlists, and you can also search for users. So today we're going to come to the create button, and I mostly want to show you how I create an album using Suno. And the idea here is to create something that has like the same theme and the same sound kinda, and I'm going to show you step by step how you can do that. I should mention that when you create an account, you're going to get 50 credits a day, which translates to like 10 songs. So that's, always have that in mind. So every day you can create more or less 10 songs. Right now we have the V4 version, which is so good. It's so good. I'm going to explain that a bit. So when you come to create version here, we have a couple of options. So for example, we have the custom. So I'm just click on the custom button there. Just get rid of that. So you have custom or just song description. So this is where you can just describe a song, and then Suno is going to do the heavy lifting for you. You won't really have to come up with the lyrics, you won't come up with anything else, and you can just describe the kind of song that you want, and it's going to describe that. And then uploading audio, this is where you can upload an audio maybe of you singing even, or of a sound that you have, and then it's going to incorporate that into the music. And then here we have the options to choose the versions. For example, we have V2, we have V3, we have 3.5, and then we have V4, which is like the best. So I'm going to click on that for this specific video. When you create an account, you're only going to have 10, you're going to have like 10 songs that you can create with V4. So always have that in mind. V4 is the best that we have right now, and it's going to get better. Like V3 was good a couple of months ago, and now we have V4, which is so good. Yeah, so if you go for the paid version, you're going to get obviously more credits, and you're going to have the option to produce way more songs. So always have that in mind. The paid version, let me just click on this here, subscribe. So for the basic plan is $0 a month, and then for the pro plan is $10 a month, and then for the premier plan is $30 a month. And you can see this is the access that we have for the different options, so you can look at that. But the free plan, to just try it out, I really think you should try it out. At least it's free, so at least try it out. So the other thing is choosing the best mode for you. So we have, like I said, we have the basic mode, which is where you can come describe the kind of song that you want, and then as soon as it's going to do the heavy lifting, it's going to come up with the lyrics for you, it's going to come up with the song structure for you, so you don't really have to do that, any of that, and that's very easy. So that's the basic plan. And then after that we have instrumental plan. So this is where you can describe the kind of song that you want, but you do not want it to have lyrics, so you can just click on here, and it's going to give you an instrumental version of that song. And then for the other part is the custom plan, which just get started there. So when you click on the custom plan, you're going to have the options to come up with lyrics. That's up to you. It's going to give you way more control, so you can come up with your own lyrics, you can come up with your own style of music. You can also exclude style, but that's again for the paid version. That's option for that. For the persona as well, it's for the paid version, where you're going to come up with the same person singing the same songs, using the same voice. So that's for the paid version. And then you can also come up with a title. So that's basically for custom. So custom gives you the option to come up with your own lyrics, come up with your own style of music, and come up with the title. Okay, so for coming up with a very good prompt, and for you to understand a prompt again is the description that you are describing, or the text description that you're giving the AI. So to come up with a very good prompt, you need to have the genre of music that you are coming up with. You need to have the kind of setting the mood, and then you have to also have a theme, and then have like a vocal style, whether you want it to be a male deep vocal, or you want, and then after that the instruments that you want to be used. So for example, you can say a 90s garage ballad about digital loneliness with raspy vocals, electric guitars, and melancholic mood. So I'm going to give you an example of that looks like. So I'm just going to click, that's the prompt. So I've just copy the prompt, come here, and then I'm going to come to, so this is the basic mode. I've not really explained what really I want, I haven't given it any lyrics, and I'm just going to come describe the kind of song that I want, and then come and click on create. So when you click on create, it's going to come up with its own version of that song. And so every song that you create, it's going to give you two songs for you to choose from. Let me click on this, play.
And I went into the void, I'm a ghost in the machine, tearing out my heart on a blank blue screen, scrolling through shadows and memories of life.
Okay, cool. Not bad. Can be better though. Can be better. It sounds 3.5 sounds like an AI, but when you come to V4, it's so good. It sounds very human, and it's only going to get better. So yeah. So that's basics on Suno, basics on how to create a prompt. Always come up, make sure that you've described the song in the best way that you can possibly. A couple of pro tips is avoid any vague language, but this is basically for any AI model. Avoid very basic, for example, make a hip hop song. It's, yeah, but you need to be a bit more detailed on that. So for example, be specific. Old school hip hop song with like a jazzy beat and poetic lyrics. I usually go with Chicago lyrics kind of style. I will show you that in a bit. Have that in mind. Try not to be vague when you're coming up with your prompts. Make sure that they're as detailed as you can. And if you can't come up with it, go to something like ChatGPT or go to Perplexity, or not Perplexity, but go to ChatGPT, go to DeepSeek, go to Claude, describe to it the kind of song that you want, and then it's going to give you the proper prompts to use. Yeah, so for example, if you want a very specific voice, you write a baritone male emotional delivery, or instead of a happy song, write upbeat summer pop anthem. So always have that in mind. Have the idea that the more detailed you are, the better the song is going to sound. The other step for us for making a very good song is making sure that you use meta tags. And meta tags are basically is you describing to Suno how your song is supposed to be structured, how you want your song to be structured. So for example, you can have a meta tag where you're going to have tell Suno this is a verse, and then so like for example that's the storytelling part, and then you're going to have another meta tag telling it this part of the song is where we have the chorus, and then this part of the song is a bridge, and then this part of the song I want it to be instrumental. So those meta tags, every time that you're structuring your song, every time that you're writing your song, make sure that the beginning of the song has like a meta tag describing what that part is, whether it's going to be the verse, going to be the chorus or the bridge, or just an instrumental. So always have that in mind. Meta tags are so helpful. So to kind of give you an idea of what a meta tag looks like, this is the album, my trustful album. I'll put the link somewhere down in the description below. So this is like a song with a meta tag. So for example, you can see here we have a verse, and this is a verse, and after that we have the hook. You can see I've described it as a hook. After that we have another verse. After that we have another verse, and after that now we have a hook. And this is kind of like the theme. These are the songs that I included in my album, and you can see I'm describing every part of the song, and the description there where we have like verse 1, verse 2, those are what we call meta tags. They're just describing to the AI what this is supposed to be, what this part of the song is supposed to be. Okay, so we're going to have two songs to kind of like give you an idea of what we have. So this is a music style. Music style is going to be 200 characters long, so always have that in mind. So we have the style of music here is an Afro R&B with smooth vocals, warm guitar, soft synths, and a mid-tempo groove, soulful, romantic, and intimate, blending Afrobeats rhythms with R&B harmonies for a dreamy, emotional, and catchy vibe. So that is the style of music. It's supposed to be 200 characters long. Mine is 199, so that's good. And then I'm going to come to custom. You're going to also have the lyrics. The first song is going to be the song. I'm going to use V4 for this one. This is like the best version. The first song is going to be, I'm going to have the lyrics with meta tags, and then also have one without meta tags, and then you can kind of like listen at the difference. So I'm going to copy the lyrics here. So these are the lyrics for the song with meta tags. And meta tags, like I said, is here. It's like verse 1, verse 2, where we have the verse or the pre-chorus in brackets. And then I'm going to copy those lyrics, paste them here into Suno. Okay, so we have the lyrics with the meta tags. We have verse 1, we have verse 2. You don't really need these emojis, so it's don't really get it. I used ChatGPT to come up with this. I used to be a stammerer, sorry. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to come here. Title is going to be Rhythm of My Heart, because you know I'm a romantic. And then again, make sure that I have a custom mode on, chosen V4, so that's the version that I'm going to go with. I have the lyrics with the meta tags, and then come here, I have the style of music, 200 characters long. Rhythm of My Heart is the title, and then I'm just going to come and click on create. So it's going to give me two versions of the same song, and I'm supposed to kind of like choose which one is better. That's really up to you. It doesn't take that long. That's the other really cool thing with this. It takes like barely a minute, to be honest, and it's going to sound really good. So I'm going to play that once it's done. So this is the first song.
Under the moonlight, your eyes shine so bright. Soft whispers dancing, love feels so right. Fingers tracing, hearts beating in time. Every moment with you feels divine. Never thought I'd find a love so true. Every breath I take, I'm lost in you. Baby, you're my melody, my sweetest symphony. When you hold me close, that that's where I'm meant to be. Like the waves to the shore, I keep coming back for more. You're the rhythm in my heart, the love I've waited for. Late night talk.
Okay, so you can see it has followed what I wanted it to, the kind of like the structure of the song. Yeah, the first verse, and after that we have the pre-chorus, and after that we have the chorus. And this is the second song.
Under the moonlight, your eyes shine so bright. Soft whispers dancing, love feels so right. Fingers tracing, hearts beat.
Okay, so now we have an idea of what the song sounds like with meta tags. Now we're going to do the same song without meta tags, and then just kind of like see if it's going to give us a different outcome. So more or less, another song that I came up with ChatGPT. Again, this one I've removed all the meta tags to see if it's going to give us anything different. So no meta tags, same style of music, same title, and click on create.
I see a smile, it lights up the dark. Like a spark in the night, igniting my heart. Every touch, every glance feels brand new. I never knew love could feel this true. You pull me in, no words need to be spoken.
It's actually not that bad, you understand? It's not that bad, it's not that bad. I think when I wrote the song using ChatGPT, it still included meta tags. Kind of the structure of the song kind of gives you an idea of what each verse is. Like you can see this is verse 1, this is verse 2, and then this is a melody. You can kind of see. So to give you an idea, meta tags just give you way more control over the structure of your song. And that's really important. I hope that makes some sense, gives you an idea of what you want. So for example, maybe you want a certain part of the song to have a guitar riff, or you want a certain part of the song to have like a piano piece. So you can put a meta tag and say, I want this part to be like piano piece or guitar riff here. So that's the importance of meta tags, and they're really helpful. But before is so good. Before is so good. Okay, cool. And the character limit for the describing the lyrics of the song is like 3,000 characters, which is big. So you can come up with as many meta tags as possible. Okay, so the other question is, what if you're not a musician? What if you do not really know all about music? You don't know how a song should be structured? And that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay. I know nothing about music. I just really like music. The best way I can tell you is you come to the Suno homepage. We have so many songs from so many creators. Like for example, I'm going to show you one of my favorite creators, the one that I had in the beginning of the video, and his song DNA, and I'm going to make another song based on this one. So I'm going to listen to this song and click on DNA there, and I can see how the song has been structured. So for example, here we have the intro, we have the chorus, sample, high-pitched voice, and then we have verse 1, we have another chorus, verse 2, chorus, outro, like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy the structure of this song. I'm going to copy the structure of this song, and we're just going to do a bit of like a remix of it. So I'm going to copy the structure of the song, go to something like ChatGPT or Claude or any LLM that you use to chat with, and then I'm going to paste this structure of the song into that model. So for example, if it's going to be ChatGPT, I'm going to paste the song to ChatGPT, describe the kind of song that I want, and then tell it that I want you to use this song structure to give me an output of that kind of song. And this is what we call in AI few shot prompting. It is where you describe the prompt that you want, you give the AI the prompt that you want, and then you give it an example of the kind of outcome that you want. So always have that in mind. I think that's the easiest way. Learn from other people. Come to Suno's homepage. If you hear a song that you really like, see how that song has been structured, copy the structure of the song, and then go to ChatGPT or Claude or DeepSeek, and then it's going to give you a similar structure of the kind of song that you want. And that's the basis of this video. Actually, I want you to learn from other people. Suno is not necessarily going to replace artists. I don't want anyone to be worried about that. When the camera came out, when photography came out in the late 19th century, a lot of people were very worried that it's going to replace painters, and it didn't. It just created another platform where now other types of artists could like venture into. At the time, there was a lot of emphasis on creating real life, or like on realism when it comes to paintings. A lot of painters were kind of pushed into that. It's like, I want my painting to be as realistic as possible. But when photography came, it took that burden away, and then they could focus on other forms of paintings like expressionism, and other forms of painting. And I think that's the same thing with Suno. It's not necessarily going to take away from artists, but it's going to create another platform where other artists can come up with and explore. So with that in mind, I'm now going to show you the album that I came up with and how I came up with it. I've already showed you like my basis. So what I did is I came to Suno. I listened to Suno a lot. This is the kind of music, this has become my kind of Spotify now. There are a lot of songs from different artists, different personas, and also different genres of music. So we have hip hop, we have jazz, we have just any type of music that you can think of is being created by these people, and they are really good at it. So I again think that you should try it. It's free. The album that I created, it's in the link below. It's in the description below, sorry. Okay, now that you know how to create a Suno account, now that you know how to generate music, using the basic mode, using the custom mode if you want to do instrumentals, and you also know how to use meta tags, now you can come up with your own version of songs. You know how to copy from other creators. I don't necessarily copying, but it's learning from other creators. I won't call it copying. So you can copy their style of music and then describe to ChatGPT the kind of song that you want. And that's what I did. When you're coming up with an album, for me, an album needs to have the same theme. So I came to ChatGPT, describe the kind of theme that I want for the album, and then describe the kind of songs that I want. I wanted an album with 12 songs. I wanted an album that is kind of lo-fi, hip-hop kind of vibe. And I wanted like 12 songs from that. So you describe to ChatGPT the kind of songs that you want, you describe to ChatGPT the kind of theme that you want, and again, always give it ideas on the kind of outputs that you want. You can't really read mine, so you need to be as specific as possible. So I gave it the output, the kind of style of music I copied from Suno, and then also copied the kind of lyrics that I was going for. And that's how I came up with the album. The album is in the description below. I created like a SoundCloud for it, so you can listen to it there. And please do the same. Go create music. Create music. You have consumed enough. So after chatting with ChatGPT for a while, these are the songs that I came up with. I will share this link in the description below. This is First Light. This was like the first song introducing the album kind of bit. This was the style that I used. And then this is the first verse. I have the song here, and then like the second song as well. This is a song that became like the song for the album, Trustful. And then after that we have the Glass House. You can see they have like a similar song structure, kinda, give or take. Yeah, and so I came up with 12 songs. You can listen to them, and this is good. The point that I'm coming up with, and I hope that you learn from this video, is we have been consuming a lot, and AI is coming up with ways that we can now tweak our own songs, create our own songs, have new artists come up. And I want you to do that. So if you do create an album, I don't want to create a song. Don't create a song. Create an album. Create an album that you have always wanted to create. You can do this in a day. You can do this in a week. Create an album that expresses something that you want to express. I hope this helps. I hope this kind of ideas have kind of like given you an idea on how to create songs with Suno and how to get better at it, just learning from other people as well. So thank you for joining me in this video. If I missed anything, please put it in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.